each be 8-2 if the Giants beat the Eagles today. San Francisco goes to the half at Candlestick with a 23-10 lead over the Cardinals. Joe Montana is back in a big way. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes to Jerry Rice, a 45-yarder and a 41-yarder. Cliff Stout hits J.T. Smith for a 24-yard St. Louis score. The Jets beat Atlanta today, 28-14 in Atlanta. Big day for Ken O'Brien. He threw for 3 touchdowns and in one stretch completed 17 consecutive passes. All 3 touchdown throws came in the second quarter. Al Toon, who leads the NFL with better than 60 receptions, caught this one for a 7-0 lead. Then Wesley Walker caught the next 2. The Jets cruised from there. Their record is 9-1 after the 28-14 win. New England trailed 14-3 at one point in their game against Indianapolis, but eventually dropped the Colts to 0-10 with a 30-21 come-from-behind win at the Hoosier Dome. Let's turn to Amhad. Rashad. New England, with their victory, now trails the Jets by 2 in the AFC East, but it's going to be tough to catch New York.
They are the hottest team in football right now, and you know, the thing that impresses me, and you got to give this to Joe Walton, he's got his team not only improving but maturing game to game, and that's what you have to do to go all the way in this division. One of my favorite players, Ken O'Brien. I mean, this is a neat story. The guy grew up idolizing Joe Namath, and all of a sudden he's playing like Joe Namath, and if he keeps playing this way, he may be able to do what Namath did for the Jets, and that is take him to the Super Bowl. All right, the rest of the scores. Mike Tomczak was a quarterback today for the Bears. They win at Tampa Bay, 23-3. Tomczak ran for a 1-yard touchdown in the first quarter, then off a play-action fake, hit Willie Gault with this 37-yarder. The Bears never looked back. Late in the fourth quarter, Doug Flutie actually got in for a few snaps. He attempted one pass. It fell incomplete. Good day for Walter Payton, 20 carries, 139 yards. The Saints blanked the Rams at the Superdome. A pair of Morton Anderson field goals in the second half, all the scoring. They hold Eric Dickerson to 57 yards on the ground. 6-0 the final score. Kansas City beats Seattle today, 27-7 on 3 touchdown passes by Bill Kenny, who has now taken over as their starting quarterback from Todd Blackledge. This is an 8-yard slant to Stephon Page, one of the game's better wide receivers. 27-7 as the Chiefs go to 7-3 on the year, and they now trail Denver for the moment by a game and a half in the AFC West. Cincinnati and Houston. Houston snaps their 8-game losing streak with a 32-28 win. At one time in this game, they led 26-0. Denver rallied, came back to within 29-28. I should say Cincinnati rallied, and Houston holds on eventually to win 32-28. Washington beats Green Bay 16-7. Pair of touchdown passes by Jay Schrader, and the Skins are 8-2. The Pack is 1-9. Minnesota wins at Detroit 24-10, the final there. And Buffalo presents Marv Levy with a victory in his debut as their head coach. 16-12 is the final score in Buffalo. Paul, your thoughts on that one?
Well, I just liked the beginning when you talked to Marv Levy about not doing any coaching at all today. He got there Tuesday, and Ahmad Rashad said he can coach under those circumstances. But I think he'll really get into the game plan next week. He just didn't want to come in and disrupt anything. They ended up winning, and the one thing they're going to do with Kelly is not so much worry about throwing the ball way downfield. Let him get the field, roll him out, get him away from that rush.
All right, so Buffalo, by beating Pittsburgh today, brings their record to 3-7, and the Steelers with the loss, also 3-7 so far on the year. We'll be back after these messages from your local station.
Monday.
For this segment by Frank DeFord of our staff, Gene Upshaw, who heads the NFL Players Association, and in a moment from California, Dr. Forrest Tennant, who is the NFL's drug advisor. He's employed by the league. If you were with us for the pregame show, you saw Frank DeFord's commentary.